The story of Tribal Motor Works starts with Dodd Russell, a successful Traverse City, Michigan auto parts maker. Dodd just happens to love custom motorcycles.
There is a love for it, and I've been into hot rods and motorcycles since I was a little kid. My dad used to take me to car shows, and I've always been into souped-up cars and souped-up motorcycles.
Enter a father-son pair of custom bike builders, Kip Watkins and his dad, Don, known to the custom world as the Watkins Boys.
We kind of teamed up about 5 years ago. Some life-changing things happened to both of us, and we kind of started to try to get along, and from there on out, you know, now he's a pain in my ass, but, you know, we work together every day, and it's been a good relationship.
When we come up with an idea, we're just like it's all in one head. It just flows together really good. We don't have to have much change when we're passing things back and forth.
When these three guys got together, it was the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I don't build, and I don't design. Basically, I'm the businessman behind this process. I'm the person that's responsible for the marketing side, putting together the catalog, making sure the website works, making sure that Kip and Don don't have anything to worry about, so that they can focus in on what they need to do, which is really what their talent is. And that's really how the team developed is that we really put together what has made me successful in the past is putting together good people.
He can call me up. I can be over here in a couple minutes. We can bounce things around, and it just works out great. It just works out great. Sometimes we might be out here till midnight.
The biggest thing for me has been just the freedom to do what we want to do without having anybody come in here and say, I want you to paint something this way, paint something that way, or build something that way. You know, he allows us to do what we want to do, and that works out perfect.
It's like Kip said, it just gives us freedom. We can have an idea and we can pass it back and forth without having somebody else in there to make it a mess. You know, we can run with it.
Run with it. You hear that a lot in the relaxed, creative atmosphere of Tribal Motor Works, and it's pretty evident that the collaboration is working. Looking for a theme or signature style that runs through every Tribal Motor Works custom? We asked Kip what it is.
I don't really know. I know that, you know, there's no sense in us building the same thing over and over again. I don't want to build cookie cutter bikes. If you notice our style of building bikes, every bike we build is different. It doesn't have a similar look than the last one. I mean, it sounds bad that we don't have a style, but we don't have a style. And that's the way I like it. Like I said, I want to keep everybody guessing what we're going to build. That way nobody knows. I mean, not that it's for anybody else other than us, but still, seriously, nobody knows what particular thing we're going to build. I don't even know half the time.
If you go to our website, look at the bikes that are on there, none of them are the same. There's a chopper, there's a bomber, there's a Coachworks bike, you know, there's something from the old board track era. It is something that we have done so that we don't make every single bike the same way.
Now listen, don't try to talk because I'm not that stupid.
I honestly, I'd be sitting here like a freaking idiot for a while.
I want to be
but we can do it.
No, I mean, can't you, I'm asking a serious question. Can't you cut that? Dodd's got the resources and the money to let us to have the freedom to be able to build, you know, the things that we want to build without having to worry about a budget and whatnot on it. You know, it's allowed me to build things that I want to build where I, you know, having to go off what a customer says. You very rarely are going to see a customer tell me what he wants done to a bike. It's either I'm going to build it the way I want to or we're not going to build it at all.
That's what I enjoy, being able to do things our way.
Dad does all our molding, all the bodywork end of it. I'll do all the fabrication, welding, painting. Me and him together will do all the assembly work. There's just certain things that he'll do everything on. I mean, right down to, you know, I'll do all the wiring, or he'll do spark plug wires. He'll do certain things that he just knows he's going to do. It just works like a clock now.
I kind of like the finishing the metal. He builds the stuff, and then I'll put the finishing touches to it. And he likes the painting and the parts of it. And I used to paint, and he just got so great at it that I don't have to do that anymore. But I like to do the sculpting and things on the metal. It comes out nice.
The process of a new tribal creation usually starts with Kip.
When I start getting an idea for a bike, I'll usually start running ideas past him, and then he'll throw one of his ideas in, then we might change midstream, you know, and come up with something that was even different than what you know, the original idea was. So we bounce ideas off each other and go from there.
He generally comes up with the ideas. Then by the time we talk back and forth, we might change it from one a little bit, but generally he comes up with an idea that's kind of pretty well stuck with.
With all this talent and resources, plus time to concentrate on just 4 or 5 bikes a year, this is one tribe of motorcycle builders that's definitely on the rise.
I'm like 16, it just makes me young.
He still thinks he's 16 and likes to grab a hold of a motor from time to time and think he's going to put it in a frame and have to get on his ass.
Might be crazy, but it keeps me from going insane. I foresee it really doing good, and I just want them to keep on going with it. That's my wish.
It just keeps growing, and we've been very, very fortunate, quite frankly. And what it's about for me is to develop a great team of people who have the opportunity to actually innovate inside of an industry that has 2 wheels and a motor.